Hey everybody, Chaotic here, and today's video is going to be all about gems. A subscriber known as Ximp asked for a video on grinding gems extremely fast and wanted me to cover all the worlds in AOPG. It took me a little while, not gonna lie, but let's get started, shall we? Real quick before this video actually starts, this one is going to be a bit longer than the others since I usually try to keep those under 10 minutes and under 5 minutes sometimes. But the reason for that being I'm going to go into extreme detail for every single seed that I'm going to include in this video, as well as tips on what fruits to actually use. So if you somehow mess up, that's on you, not me. Blame your low IQ. Alright, I'll be splitting this video into multiple sections, so look in the description for a timestamp on where to go depending on what sea you're in. And I think since I'm not going to be showing off too much in this video of like where to go and what direction to do, I think we can do for a little quick change of scenery, shall we? There we go, we got a nice background. Wait, can we add me into here? There we go. Oh, that looks nice. That looks way nicer. We can have some pop-up images on the the side or something, right? Yeah. Nice. Abusing editing powers, am I right? Yeah, and lastly, before I go and start the actual video, leave a like and subscribe as it helps the channel. And me, I don't want your money, subscriptions are free, but the one thing I do want is 1,000 subscribers so I can get YouTuber rank on the AOPG Discord server. Hook your boy up, for real. I need it. I don't touch grass already, right? Just give me this damn thing. But yeah, let's get on right into it. In the first sea, the islands you can farm gems at are Buggy, New Alabasta, Judgment Island, and Thriller Bark, which I do not recommend. Mobs are mostly scattered about and they have way too much health for players who just started needing gems. The players that I'm talking about in question are players who recently got off the ground and they want to awaken their first fruit, they just don't know how. Alright, these are the players I'm talking about. The best places to grind gems on First Sea is on Logtown, specifically the raids. The dungeons on Logtown also give gems, but they are usually a bit more difficult than the raids, and since we're going for maximum efficiency here, we're going to be choosing the easier option, which is the raids. If you do any of the raids at Logtown, you can get gems if you're lucky. They're not guaranteed, by the way, 10% chance, remember? The mobs have a chance to drop him, so that takes care of First Sea. For the players that I'm talking about as well who recently got off the ground, you don't have to worry about like losing out on stats because all the raids and dungeons in this game actually do give you EXP on mostly all of your stats, specifically the ones you use the most, right? So you don't have to worry about like stat grinding too much. All you need to do is just try to beat the raids as fast as possible. And there you go. Okay, after doing a good amount of raids, you finally managed to hit the cap needed for Second Sea. So this is Second Sea Part 1. Yes, there's another part, but that's later on. You will see why in a, little while, I guess, if you manage to watch through this entire video. So, Second Sea Part 1. This is for players who recently got into Second Sea, so your stats aren't that high. My recommendation is Enos Lobby or Zoe Island. Go to Enos Lobby if you're going to be actively playing, I mean like running around fighting mobs. Or you can go to Zoe Island if you want to use Tiny Task and just AFK. The fruits to use at this stage, like, it's not going to be the same as doing the raids, alright? Fruits to use is, you're going to need something with a pretty large AoE and some pretty decent damage. A perfect fruit to use in this type of scenario is the dragon fruit. You can just fly above any island, you can just rain down attacks, and no one is going to be able to hit you. And well, GG. Another one would be the Quake Awakening or Gas Awakening. These two fruits in particular that I just mentioned, one is for super high DPS to run around and farm with, which is the Gas Awakening, newly added. And the other one is Quake Awakening, which final move AFKable. So I mentioned these two fruits in particular mostly because all you need is a scroll to unlock them. Alright, they don't take any gems, just get the scroll. You can get the scroll at Logtown. The gas one is the Punk Hazard Raid, which is actually kind of strong, so be careful on that. And then the Quake Fruit Awakening would be the Maze. I think it has like a 50% drop rate, so probably get like Quake or something. So that's another one. Another one and the final one that I have to remake the entire video for because it is that good About 4 hours ago. It recently dropped. You may have known it. It is the Soul Fruit Awakening, and all it takes is 9,000 gems, and you have a fruit that has such a high DPS. It is a challenger for the number one spot held by Operation Awakening, doing near 600 million damage in per cycle with the best possible equipment and stats. So yeah, uh, if you manage to do a couple raids and you have like 5k on you or 6k on you, because you haven't been touching grass like me, just get Soul Awakening and you'll be set. You know what? Even better than that, just because I don't want you to sleep on this fruit. Comment on this video if you want a soul fruit and just be like, hey yo, chaotic, can you pass me a quick soul fruit real quick? Or a dragon fruit. I can probably get you some dragon fruits as well. Like currently, me and my crew are planning to ruin the economy, so we have more than enough dragons and souls to give away. I have a couple $1 trillion to spend. If you want dragon or soul, just tell me in the comments. I got you, bro. I got you. Anyway, let's move on to the next sea. The multiverse. Congratulations, Spider-Man. You made it to the multiverse. This stage, I expect you to have either Dragon, Quake Awakening, Gravity Awakening, Operation Awakening, Gear 5. You can have the Lightning Devil Fruit even. So this one is not for the faint of heart. You need to be like at least a veteran at this point because you already went through like two different seas. So here you are in the multiverse, the third one. So I'm assuming at this point, after you farmed in second sea, you have enough stats to at least one-shot those enemies in second sea. So because in the third sea, mobs have a bit more health, so you need to at least be able to three-shot them. Why I say three-shot in particular is because if you're doing this on a public server, this is actually a pretty well-known area because it is the best, or like one of the third best area you can possibly farm in, and a lot of people are going to be there, so I don't want anyone taking your kills. Maximum efficiency, right? So my recommendation is going to be either Dragon or Operation. First three moves, you don't need to have all Operation Awakening moves. You just need Counter Shock, Whirlwind, and the R Room. So I think it's like 4,200 each. So if you manage to get it, GG. Dragon is a good one, or you can get Soul Awakening, right? So that's, or even Gear 5, because the Bajoran gun has like one of the highest AoE in the entire game, like the biggest AoEs. That's the best place. Alright, and to farm gems in the universe, you need to go to Goku Island, and if you look at the screen right now, if you see between these two buildings, just go right between them and use all your AoE moves to beat them. If you have Dragon, just be at the top, or if you're scared that you might die, all you can do is just jump up to the top of that building and you will be fine. There you go. So better hope you can one-shot them, or at least like three-shot them. And yeah, just stay there. If you can at least do that, you don't belong there. You need to head back. You need to head your ass back to second sea and farm up some more stats, weakling. So yeah, that's it for the multiverse sea. Okay, after farming in the multiverse for a while, I'm assuming you have a bit more stats, so you're probably a seasoned veteran by now, because we are going back to second sea. So here we are, second sea part 2. Yeah, we're back in second sea for farming gems again. The reason I mention it now and not with the other segment for second sea is because Udon Prison, the place that you'd be going to, has mobs with a ton more health. And I know some idiot would see that, oh yeah, Udon Prison, the second best place to farm gems is in second sea. I can go there, you know? And that same person is gonna be there farming the same mobs for like 10 minutes straight, and all he's gonna get is like 40 something gems from it. Don't be that idiot. Actually use your head for once. If you can beat them in like a little while, someone else is gonna steal your kill, or you're gonna be spending way too much time over there. That's not what we want. It's just way too inefficient. If you can farm them efficiently, or like at least take down 25% of their health, you don't belong there. Alright? Just straight up, you just don't belong there. Someone else is gonna steal your kill, and I don't want that for you. Alright? So it's better you just take the slightly slower route than getting your stuff, your kills taken by someone who can one shot all of them. Because it is gonna happen, let's be real. So, As you could tell by what I just said, yeah, Udon Prison. That's the island that you're gonna be going to. Fruits to use at this stage. I'm assuming you've been farming gems for a little while, so you should be able to at least three shot them, if not four shot them. That should be more than enough to take them down or to make sure no one steals your kills. Recommendation for this would be something like Soul Awakening that recently got dropped. As I said before, it's pretty OP. Operation Awakening, not Dragon. Dragon is not that good at this stage, but one that is really good though is Gear 5, specifically the Bajrang gun. You know that move that does the cutscene? Yeah, all of those you can easily AFK it with tiny tasks, so that's a really good spot. So that takes care of second C part 2, Udon Prison. I think this spot, I think in 8 hours you could reach like 30,000 gems if you get it right. If you look on the screen right now, you can see this little tiny square that I'm standing in. That is the best possible spot where you can get like the most range to beat all the mobs. See what I mean? See how much money you get? Like over 600 million? Best spot. You can also farm gems, but I say gems. You can also farm stats over there, but you won't get as much gems. So that's like a little trade-off. If you want to do either or, that's up to you. Now we can move on to the best possible spot to grind. And we've managed to reach the final segment, which is the best possible spot to grind. The people who had to skip all the way here because they looked in the description and they saw what their stats are going to be and where they need to go, you can say hi to the people who skipped all the way to the end, because we know there's going to be people like that. The people in question who I'm calling out right now, how about you haul your ass back up to the beginning of the video, huh? This isn't a spot for you. You ain't that OP yet. Sit your ass down. Go back and grind somewhere else.
Emotional damage!
So, the best possible spot to grind, as I said, is in 3rd C. So, currently, if you've managed to even make it to 3rd C, I already know that you don't even touch grass. You're a psychopath just like me. You're that quiet kid that's packing in the back of the classroom, if you know what I mean. These dudes are the people who would probably wipe out an entire server if they so feel like it, because they're just that OP. I already know a good few of them as well. So, the best possible spot to grind in 3rd C is the Pika dungeon. It gives you 3k gems when being beaten, and it's the best possible spot in all of AOPG to grind. If you're strong like me, which yeah, it might take a little while, but you can get there, fighting Pika is like this. But no one ever thought you can take down a world boss this quickly, right? Well, not a world boss. Almost a world boss. Like 60% health for the most part. A world boss has like 5 building. This one, well, you know. And we're done. GG. I forgot to struggle. Whoops. And even better, if you have a crew that doesn't exactly touch grass either, just like mine's, well, them with you fighting is like this. I just turned on the recording button, so quiet for a second. For the people who are looking at this scene currently, what we're gonna do to show you how fast we can actually beat the Pika dungeon boss. He currently has 3 billion health. A world boss has what, 5 billion? Somewhere around there? Yeah, somewhere around there. Alright, so everybody mode up. I did not mode up. Wait, did I mode up? Yeah, I did. Hey. I used the wrong mode. Alright. Put down this thing. There we go. Alright, I'm done. Alright, everyone's ready. Alright, line up. Are we all ready? Alright, Fire, give us the countdown.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oop. there we go. Now YouTube knows what beating his boss is like. Alright. Do we want to try to go for a record yet, even though Nuke doesn't have his thing? It'll work.
Are you sure?
Nuke, do you have your thing? No, wait. Yeah, you still have King of Hill, and you can get a couple more in. Alright, let's restart it one more time, mode up, and then we line back up, and that's where we'll stop. So you can see how fast me and my crew with missing like one person, how fast we can do it. We're waiting on Kuma, he's just not here yet. Might take him a little bit. And that time. Alright, there you go. That's how fast it takes us to complete one entire loop of the Pika dungeon. Yay! Now let's continue working on to get enough gems for the soul update. Yeah, I know, it melted insanely quickly. I have a video coming out soon on how to get this way, but that one might take a little while, so stay tuned. Oh, right, just before I forget, there's a thing about the what fruits to use, right? If you look to this chart right over here, you can see this is the current list of fruit that has the highest amount of damage. So any of the top 5 is what I would recommend to actually use in the Pika dungeon if you still even need a tip on which fruit to use. So there you go. Anyway, that's gonna be all for me, and I hope you found this video really helpful for the gem grind. Drop a like and a comment for your homeboy, and don't get overloaded.